lesson, we're going to focus on how to spot sugar on the food label in order to avoid it. How sugar affects the body will be covered in more detail in another course. The American Heart Association has linked added sugar in our diets to cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. Note that I'm talking about added sugar, those sugars and syrups put in foods during preparation or processing or added at your kitchen table. Naturally occurring sugars are just what they sound like. They're the sugars naturally found in foods like fruit, fructose, or milk, lactose. According to the USDA, Americans consume between 150 to 170 pounds of sugar in a year. And you may be eating more added sugar than you think. When we think of added sugar, the obvious comes to mind: soft drinks, candy, cakes, ice cream, and fruit drinks. But added sugar can also be found in foods many would think to be healthy, like yogurt, condiments, salad dressing, and even pasta sauce. The FDA mandates the total grams of sugar per serving be listed on the nutritional facts panel. However, the current label doesn't separate out the naturally occurring sugars from the added sugar, and that's why it's important to move past the nutritional facts panel and read the ingredients. Ingredients are listed in descending order by weight. In this example, whole grains are the most abundant, then sugar, then canola oil, and so on. For a quick rule of thumb, if sugar or a form of sugar is one of the top 5 ingredients, put it back on the shelf. Coming back to the granola bars, 2 forms of sugar are listed in the top 5, but if you keep going, you'll see that brown sugar syrup is number 7. Manufacturers have caught on to this top 5 quick tip and have found a loophole. Instead of using a single form of sugar and listing it in the number 1 spot, they'll use several different forms of sugar in less quantities in order to push it down the list. For example, if the ingredients in wheat thins have 3 different forms of sugar, lower on the ingredients list: sugar, malt syrup, and invert sugar. There are at least 61 different forms of sugar that you can find on a food label, and over 100 if you include sugar alcohols. And you can find a full list at the end of this lesson. I want you to take this list and become familiar with it. And the next time you go to the grocery store, become a detective for added sugar. You're going to be surprised at what you uncover.